Hello, hello, we are live. Welcome on in. Good to see you guys. Happy Saturday. It is the weekend now. We can finally relax and enjoy ourselves and get gaming. We're going to continue our endless run. We're sitting at 2501 for Rayquaza. And I also want to go into details on the current build we're using too. So if you take a look at the team, Ray is now fused with Archaludon. It is now a Dragon Steel type instead of Dragon Flying, and we do this for the ability Sturdy so that we don't get one hit by the Mon, right? So we can pretty much survive. If they don't have like an ability like Mold Breaker, we can survive, or if there's like weather and stuff like that too. Sturdy has insurance just to keep you at 1 health. So we can use that as like a scapegoat in a way, just to prevent our Mons from dying. Pretty much in Endless, most of your team will have this ability. So you can see pretty much everybody here has Sturdy. Wormadam is going to be my main damage dealer. It has Poison Heal and Sturdy for its ability. So what we did first was, if I show you right here, we started with a Shroomish. Shroomish has the ability Poison Heal. It restores HP if the Pokemon's poisoned. And since the game updated so you can get Toxic Orbs now, we gave that to Shroomish and we fused that with Wormadam. So as a Burmy, that's the original guy. It has the passive ability Sturdy, so we can fuse the two together, give the ability Poison Heal over to Burmy since the passive is retained. So now we have both Sturdy and Poison Heal at the same time. This will allow us to even heal more than what we usually do. And then the cool thing about Burmy too is that it has the move Sappy Seed as its egg moves. So it's basically like Leech Seed but deals damage as well. So I don't have to like learn Leech Seed on this guy. I already have that in order. And then when it evolves into a Wormadam, if you use the correct one, it has to be the trash form and also a female. It becomes a steel typing, and later on it learns Metal Burst, which is pretty funny. Let me see if I can find the right one. Trash form right here. It learns Metal Burst. So you don't even have to fuse it with like an Aggron or an Archaludon. Burmy is that guy. He gives you everything you need. And then if you want, you can pretty much do the same build with everybody else. I have a Garganical with a Chandelure. Chandelure, I only had it for Curse, but I'm using this as like my DOT, so damage over time. We have Salt Cure, Curse, and if you want, you can use Soak to increase the damage from Salt Cure or Leech Seed. And then that also gives you more passive healing too. And that's basically it. You can have extra Metal Burst if you want for your team. I have another Dugtrio that has passive Sturdy, and its purpose is basically just to deal damage with Metal Burst, and that's basically it. Technically, with this type of build, you can't really lose. If there are like situations where you can't really fight, you can just run away. But at this point in the game, we're at 2500 now. You don't really fight from this point on, so all you do is just run away until you get fixed battles from like Paradox, or you have to fight Eternatus. I'm also working on videos too to showcase like specific mons. I know you guys like talking about builds and everything, so I want to bring more attention to that because I think it'll be fun. We just showcased a Snivy build with Contrary because Snivy has a lot of egg moves that basically synergizes with how Contrary works. And I've been getting a lot of comments too on like specific builds you guys want me to showcase. So in the future, we can dedicate like a video to that too. You can fight regularly, you can fight with Metal Burst, but let's say for example, right, I'm on the 10th floor. This is like at the end, so after this you're gonna get healed up and move on to the next biome. You don't get anything out of this, you don't get any rewards, so there's really no point in fighting, so you just run away. But when it comes to like singular floors, let's say for example, this one right here against a Conquador, you can fight it if you want, if you need like items, if you need to revive your team. But it's kind of redundant because there's nothing left for me to get unless I want to like buff the team, right? If I want to get like more levels, if I want to try to get like HP ups or something. But everything's stacked out. If you take a look at the team, we have pretty much all the items we need. The main one is going to be Leftovers, Shell Bells. You can get the Soul Dews if you want. You do want to make your speed a lot slower compared to what you're facing. But late in the game, they're going to overlevel you anyway, so most of the time, they're gonna outspeed you regardless. But you can see, for example, right here, I made this guy, I think Brave Nature. Oh, this one's Quiet. So it's basically the same thing. It raises either your physical attack or your special attack. So Brave raises physical, but Quiet raises special. But the downside is that your speed is decreased. So if you combine that with Soul Dews, you can get your speed all the way down to 1. So if you're faster than a Mon, this would actually activate first. But if you're slower than them, then you can go second and then recoil the damage back with Metal Burst. But when it comes to Metal Bursting, let's throw in Wormadam. We'll start with Infestation or Sappy Seed. Both of them basically do the same thing. They both do chip damage. But Sappy Seed allows us to do a Leech Seed and also heal from it. Now he's seeded, I get healed for it. And we also have a Toxic Orb, so that will make us poison. So we'll heal from that as well. So I'm going to start doing Metal Burst as well. He hits me, I'm at 1 HP because it's sturdy. And then we recoil damage back. You also have to be wary too on like certain biomes and certain mons that have like weather hazards. If you're in like, I think the Badlands or the desert, usually there's a sandstorm going on, so that might screw up your sturdy. And whenever you get back to full health, you can reproc your sturdy. And then as a backup too, if somehow you don't have full health, you can sometimes rely on either protect to just basically negate one attack and then also passively heal back to full health. Or you can just have 5 focus bands and have a 50% chance to basically have another sturdy. And that's basically it. You can fight this way, but you can see how slow it is. So that's why I only focus on either doing fights at the Paradox battles, so every like 50 waves, or on Eternatus, because the time that we spend on this is kind of just a waste of time in my opinion. I also gotta get like quick claws out of this guy too. I think he has a few. But yeah, that is basically it. Is there any reason not to get the entire 6 mons in a team to just be sturdy Metal Bursters? Well, the main reason is because I need the luck too, right? So you still want triple S luck. I'm just lucky that the team I'm using right now are also shiny, so you can see they're epic shinies, which also gives me the benefit bonus of being like sturdy Metal Bursters and like DOTs. So if Metal Burst isn't doing enough damage, that's mostly because your HP is just either too low. So you would have to depend on something else. So let's try Infestation, right? Let's do another chip damage. So now we got Sappy Seed and Infestation going on. I can just show you the repeat with Metal Burst, but it's not necessary. Infestation is also going to be lost too once we swap out. So I'm going to go into Chandelure. So we lost out on Infestation there, but Sappy Seed is still in effect. So he's still seeded with Leech Seed. What we can do now is hit it with the Soak. So that will turn it into a water type too. And now Leech Seed will proc even more damage and we'll heal from that too. But you can see right here, I'm not at full health. So what I can do is just protect. But I'm also poisoned too, so I gotta be careful. And then if I want to, I can Salt Cure, which is another DOT everybody knows from Garganical. But you can see right there, that's why you need Poison Heal most of the time, because if you're inflicted by a status element, it will pretty much kill you. Because now with the new update, you can only hold like a certain amount of berries. So 3 Lum Berries is your max. And if you end up using all your berries, you basically can't heal from like poison or burn or something like that. But yeah, that one fight alone probably took like 3 minutes to do. And that is why it is a huge waste of time to just fight at this stage in the game. So just imagine doing that for every single floor from here on out, right? It's just not worth it. And then when it comes to rewards, if you haven't like given the team what they need, whether it's like Focus Band, Soul Dew, stuff like that, the only thing you're really looking for is either Relic Gold, Rare Candies, Master Balls. You should also have all your key items at this stage too. So all your Healing Charms, your Shiny Charms, Ability Charms. You're basically just farming at this point. That's basically the whole purpose of Endless. You just play it to farm. You don't really play it just to play Endless. So about what stage should I swap over to Metal Burst? I would say anything past like 2500. I didn't do it until like late game for Latios because I just kept leveling it with rare candies and it was like almost 100k level and he was still strong enough to start doing damage, but the thing that's going to draw you back is the reduction tokens. So protection tokens is what it's called actually. It reduces incoming damage by 2.5% and later in the game is going to be so much stacked that even if you're so strong, if you're like completely maxed out in all your stats, you did everything right, you still won't do enough damage to even kill them. And then no matter what too, they're gonna be so strong and they're gonna hit you one hit every single time with any type of move. So it's only relevant for the first like 2k floors, and then anything after that you have to like switch your whole build around. That's mostly why too I only play until like maybe 2k, 3k, and then I just start a new run. Unless you wanna like farm shinies. because at this point you're just running away, so your chances of running to a shiny is a lot higher since you're just flying by the floors, right? You're not really fighting anymore. Do you ever spam lures for double chances of getting a shiny each floor? I do that during the shiny event, but you also have to be careful too if you like run into either like some dark types or ghost types that prevents you from escaping, right? So there's some abilities that prevent you from running away, so you would have to use an ability to neutralize it. Metal bursts don't really work against priority moves too, or like fake out. You don't want to get flinched. So there are some like counters to the build, but most of the time you should be okay. If you're just farming like this, you can try to get away with double battles, but it's kind of hard to use this build against double battles. I'm not really sure how flinching works in this game. I want to assume that each individual hit has their own chance to proc a flinch. So with 3 King's Rock, right, that's 30% chance. So if you use something like Skill Link, right? Skill Link makes the maximum amount of hits possible for an attack. So if you have something like Water Shuriken or Icicle Spear, but everybody's using this move by Ambipom. I don't know whose original move it is, but Population Bomb has a chance from hitting 1 to 10 times. But with Skill Link, it automatically has Skill Link for his ability. So this will hit 10 times every time. And if you have that with like 3 multi-lens, you'll hit 40 times every single time. So you should always flinch no matter what. And since it's a normal type and Ambipom's a normal type, you get the stab bonus from that too. So this will be 30 power times 10. So that's what, 300 base power? Kind of crazy. Roserade, I need him. So when it comes to situations like this, you can't catch Mons in double battles. So watch, I can try right now. It says you can only throw a Pokeball when there's 1 Pokemon remaining. So what I like to do in this situation, well, I forgot to switch Lanoon. But I'll roar this guy if possible. And then I can try killing the other guy. Oh, wait, I'm roaring the wrong one. I need to roar the Flapple. Okay. I guess that's one way to do it, right? And as long as we don't kill it with Metal Burst, we can catch it. Okay, he flinched. Your stream brought me luck, just hatch a shiny Zacian. Insane, man. I've been hearing everybody talking about like crazy shinies they're getting, or just like crazy luck in general when they watch a stream or video. So I'm glad you guys got something out of it. Unnerve passive is really good if you fuse it with Shedninja. It can only be hit by fairy moves. Yeah, I see a lot of people love doing the whole like dark ghost type with Shedninja. I think they use Sableye. Yeah, so it has Unnerve for its passive ability, so you can fuse Shedninja into it and give is it Wonder Guard? I don't remember the ability. You give it over to Sableye, you become a dark and ghost type. So the only thing that can hurt you is what? Dark and fairy, right? Do you have any advice for hunting hidden abilities for certain Pokemon? You just have to get lucky. In Endless, it becomes a lot more easier because you have 4 ability charms. But other than that, just hatching the Pokemon is basically the only other way. You can try to get lucky and just try to capture it normally without the ability charms, but the chances of that is pretty low. But technically at this point, I want to get Wormadam to a higher level too, so I can increase my HP. The reason why Metal Burst isn't doing that much damage to Valiant is because my HP is just too low to recoil that much damage back. But even then, we still have like chip damage to basically do enough damage. Is there a mon with Poison Heal as a passive? You can check the decks right here, and then you can search up Poison Heal. So let's do that together. Just go to abilities, type in Poison Heal, and then you can see right here, anything that's yellow means that they have it as a passive ability. So Galarian, Lanoon, the Seismic Toad guy, Zangoose, Breloom. No, Breloom just has it as a regular ability. And those that are watching on YouTube, I've been getting a lot of comments on what I'm using for the Pokédex. Every tool and resource I use are always in the description. You just gotta look there. Lugia. Okay, let's see if we can catch this guy. Let's switch Lanoon. I like that I've been getting a lot of suggestions on like different mons to use too. If you ever take a look at like my comment section on YouTube, people like to discuss like different type of builds and what they're using for their runs. And once I get around to it in the future, I'll definitely do showcase on it. So I like hearing the suggestions you guys give me. But it's just like it's so much time that you have to invest into it just to show it off. And most of the builds technically only work in endless. So just trying to get a run going will take like 5 hours or so. Another Lugia. This is the second one. You could have been a shiny. Could have been a shiny. Oh, okay. 75 eggs being hatched because we finally did 10 battles in like a span of 200 floors maybe. Ooh, we actually got a shiny from an egg up. Is the only way to get to 5850 with sturdy cheese running Azation and Mega Mawile fusion right now with an Orcalodon and Garganical fusion in the back. Yeah, unfortunately that's really the meta right now. Once you get like anything past 3k, I keep calling it the reduction token. I don't know what the correct term of it is. But even if your main carry is like really powerful, the damage is just reduced so much that it's like almost impossible to progress. And it also kind of forces you to go with Metal Burst. Oh my god, a blue shiny Uxie. Yeah, when it comes to Endless, you can just play normally. Just have your main carry, just sweep the first like 2k. Oh my god, the damage, what the hell. You can just have your main carry sweep the first like 2k floors. And then when it starts like falling off, you can try to transition into your Metal Burster. But it doesn't hurt just to having it as a backup too, right? Okay, Uxie has joined the party. How do you deal with the Neutralizing Gas Ability? Gastro Acid, I think, is what everybody uses. If I wasn't making content on this game, I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't be playing it as much. But everybody has like their own goals that they're striving for in this game too. Some people are just like trying to either beat Classic, progress in Endless, capture new shinies, complete their Pokedex. The game is linear, but it also gives you like the option to play it how you want, which is what I like. There's no like set forward way to like how to play the game, you know? You can just do whatever you want and still have fun. I've still yet to beat all the challenge runs. Yo, Destiny, let me tell you, I still haven't even done one yet. Once I finish this raid run, I'm most likely gonna start doing monotype challenges with no resets. Okay, for those that are in my chat and you're still playing this game, as well as people watching this video, what are you currently doing in the game and what's like basically keeping you in the game? Is it because you're still trying to be classic? Are you doing endless? Are you trying to like get some legendaries, get some shinies? Let's see what we can do with a double paradox battle, shall we see? As long as those two mons don't target the same ones, we should technically be okay. This is why fake out and like a way to flinch is crucial at the stage for double battles. You basically want to flinch one of them and then have the other one focus on taking the other one out. Because if they both targeted one guy, say goodbye to your sturdy. But yeah, we're getting really good RNG right now. It's basically like a 2v2, but it's like a 1v1 right now. Isn't the play to flinch both Dragon Tail 1 so you can do a 2v1? For like regular double battles, yes, but when it comes to like Paradox, I don't think you can Roar or Dragon Tail them. We could also get Soft Lock too, because they also have the regeneration token, so they heal 20% every turn. If we didn't have Unnerve, I'm pretty sure we can't do enough damage. So that's why we need some like DLTs too. But yeah, it's kind of impossible unless we have some like chip damage involved. Unless I want to do this for like 10 minutes straight. So we would have to run it back. So Ray's not going to really do any damage here. The purpose of hitting them is just to flinch them. But yeah, this is what I mean when this game becomes like a puzzle game now. So they both have to protect so that we can heal back to full HP. Hit the left guy with Sappy Seed, and then we'll soak the guy on the right. And then we can do a Sappy Seed on the right, and then protect with you. I don't remember if I did Infestation on the left guy. I think we did Sappy Seed, so we go Infestation on the left, and then Salt Cure on the left too. Not sure if both of them already got Salt Cure. But if I'm gonna die anyways, I might as well do it to myself. So we got Curse. And now we have Ray. And with Ray in the party, we basically can just cheese the rest. So Metal Burst and then just Dragon Energy. Unless I want to do Torch Song first and get the buffs. Metal Burst, I'm gonna Endure with Ray here. Just in case. Never mind. I could have got away with a free Dragon Energy. We can just go Metal Burst and then just Dragon Energy now. And there we go. One is down and then the other guy can't really do anything to us. No way, this game is like a chess game now. But yeah, if this playstyle is not fun to you from a viewer's perspective, definitely late game Endless. This is how it is. So if you don't like what you see, just play Endless until like 2500 and just call it a day. Make a new save file and just start all over. So this is just regular Eternatus. In Endless, he only has 2 attacking moves, the Eterna Beam and either Cross Poison or Sludge Bomb. So if you have a Steel Fairy type, it's basically free. However, for us, most of the mons that we have are just Steel type, so we can still get hit by the Eterna Beam. But technically, Eternatus is a lot easier than Paradox battles, in my opinion, for Endless. And the way we're gonna play around this is the same as we always do. Start with the chip damage. And then he also has to recharge too, right? So it's basically free for us. It just makes it even easier. So now he's gonna do another Eterna Beam. But he missed. So if we want to, we basically can just solo it with Wormadam. It's the only downside is that if he has a mini black hole, he can steal our items, so you just gotta be careful. But a lot of people like to steal Eternatus's items too. So if you have anything with like Magician, Grip Claw, Covet, Thief, you can have fun with that. For me, I don't think it's necessary. It's 2 said, let's do the shiny up gotcha. I got you. Let me just finish up this battle. And then I will do a 10 pull for a shiny. Maybe you can help us get our first legendary shiny from the shiny up. We pulled the legendary eggs, but we never pulled a shiny legendary, or should I say hatch a shiny legendary. Since this is taking too long for a fight, I'm just gonna play with Ray here. And the only thing he can damage us with is the Eterna Beam, since we're a steel type. That means he can't use poison moves on us, so we also cannot die unless we die to burn. We should be okay though. He's gonna have to recharge here regardless. So unless he has a way to like break through our sturdy, we basically cannot lose. But you can see even with a +5 special attack, I'll go 1 more Torch Song. So now we're maxed out, and even then, you can see we barely do any damage. But we're severely under level. If you look at my other Endless runs, at this stage, I think my Latios was like level 60,000 or something. So if I still had Ray, if I was still using it as like an attacker, then it could still be possible just to play it normally. But you only play Endless just to get what you need. Is it worth prioritizing candy jars? I didn't do it for this run. You can see I stopped at 39. So it depends on your playstyle. If you like getting high levels, if you like looking at the numbers and having high stats, then sure. But it's only gonna carry you until like the first 3k floors, and then after that, since you're gonna have so much protection tokens, the damage is gonna fall off heavily. It's good for like your sturdy mons though, like the ones that are using Metal Burst, because getting more HP just means more damage. What moves you have for Wormadam? So I started off Wormadam with the trash version. It has to be trash and female in order to evolve into the steel type. So without fusing, I got Sappy Seed, which is like a damage dealing move, plus you get the added bonus of it being Leech Seed. And then once it evolves, it becomes a steel type and you can learn Metal Burst. So you get those 2. And then if you want to, you get Infestation as well for more chip damage. And then I also have Protect just in case I don't heal fully. And then of course the passive Sturdy. And then after fusing it with Breloom or Shroomish, you get the Poison Heal. So that is my build for this guy. And then the rest of the party, it's just the same thing. Metal Bursters, just give it sturdy. Technically, you want to give it like Poison Heal too, but you can kind of get away without it. So I have 2 Mons just in case. I got one with Metal Burst here, probably give it like Salt Cure or something in the future. The next one is this guy. This guy's my DOT. I basically set up with Soak so that I can do more damage with Salt Cure and Leech Seed to heal even more. And then if I have no other use for it, I'll just use Curse and kill it off. Some people advocate for having like a sleep type move. You can use Hypnosis or something, put them to sleep, and just spam that every time. But it's not necessary. I just set up what I need and then Curse, kill off Chandelure, and then I'll just move on to something else. But yeah, for Chandelure, we have Sturdy on it too. And then Ray, he's definitely my carry at the beginning of the game, but since he fell off now, he's eventually gonna turn into my Metal Burster. So when I get around to that, I'll just switch the movesets, give it Metal Burst, and that's basically it. Just gotta switch the nature, give it less speed so it goes to 1, and then that will be it for Ray, unfortunately. How did Chandelure learn Soak? Oh, I fused this guy like, I don't know how many times. I started with Chandelure. I think we caught like either a Psyduck or something, or a Sea King, and I fused it. And then I unspliced. And then I fused it with Garganacl, give it Salt Cure, unspliced again. And then what else does he have? Curse he just learns naturally. So yeah, just two splicings there. And then if you get lucky with our Garganacl that has Sturdy, then you don't have to splice it anymore after that. Emax Eternatus without the Emax. Can he steal your black hole? I'm not sure. People say that you can steal Eternatus black hole with your black hole, but I've yet to see it happen for me. If you guys ever decide to run like a magician build, definitely let me know. Oh, the level difference? Oh, it's because I don't level my Mons, unfortunately. The only way you can level your team is by either beating the Mon and getting the EXP that way, or getting like rare candies, right? We have something called candy jars, and each candy jar is additive to the rare candy. So with 39, I would get 40 levels for each rare candy I use. But since we're not fighting this late in the game, it's just dependent on the type of build we have running. So regardless of what level we are, we can beat anything, even if they're like 10 times our level. Basically, the strat for like endgame is just to use like chip damage, because it just scales to the HP. So no matter like how low you are in terms of the level difference, the chip damage will always be relative to their own HP. Okay, I think I'll leave it off there for Endless. I said I wanted to get to 5K today at least, but it doesn't look like that's happening. I just want to leave this on 2 hours because I've been uploading like 4-hour VODs, and I doubt anybody wants to see a VOD for 2 hours. Good sesh. We made it to 3K, only 500 floors in 2 hours, which kind of sucks because my last video, it took us only like 20 minutes to make it through like 250 floors.